Represento las calles de mi tierra. Mi bandera, ay, mi bandera. Puerto Rico y todos los latinos. Sonamos donde quiera.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Sports Jedi Network here on our watch along. Salute everyone. I am BX Sports Jedi. Kev, good evening. Let's get right into it. It's Tuesday night. It's our NXT watch along. Salute whether you're watching me on Rumba, YouTube, on Instagram Live, on X, on Kick, on Playback, on all the different platforms. Oh, no longer the Playback. We're no longer in the Playback. But salute everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. It's Tuesday night and coming off a Saturday night's main event where we saw a lot of our NXT showcase from Oba Femi to So Ruka to Javon Evans. Tonight, we have a good NXT as they have a double taping at the Performance Center for the remainder of the year, today and tomorrow. No spoilers if you're out there, or at least put a caution if you're there at the Performance Center. I know that security guard Jim watches a lot of your cell phones. Make sure there's no spoilers, but they can't help it. Those things always get leaked out. It's a fatal four-way for the number one contender as they start to build for New Year's Evil, the 6th of January, or I'm mistaken, the 7th of January, coming out Tuesday for the number one vacant spot for Oba Femi. Would it be Dion Lennox, or would it be Javon Evans, or Leon Slater, Joe Hendry? Or Miles Bourne. We'll find out who will be the number one contender in that route. Hope everyone's doing well. Salute, as we're going to say what's up to the live chat. Hope everyone's doing well. All right. What's going on? Let's get that. Danny Barry Sports Highlight. Daniel Barry Sports Highlight. Salute to you, man. Always joining us. I know you're going to be writing any second. So I always like to say hello and give you my salutations every time to you. And let's go. We got a good one going on. We got Blake Monroe taking on Thea Hale. Is this the night where Thea Hale finally gets gold? Does she have an opportunity to win a NXT Women's North American title, or does Blake Monroe continue to move on? What's going to come out after Sol Ruka's victory over Bayley? Where is that, moving towards? I'm pretty sure Sol Ruka getting a very important victory probably will have an eye set at the NXT Women's Championship. JC Jane. Interesting to see because JC Jane has her hands full with Kendall Gray at New Year's Evil. I wonder where that progresses. Sol Ruka has to even step up and put her name in the hat. I know she lost her Women's North American title. Is that the route that she wants to get her? She didn't lose for that title. It was Zarya. I wonder if she's going to go that route. If I'm Sol Ruka, after that showing and that display to the world on Saturday night's main event, I'm looking at NXT Women's Gold. To me, to be honest with you, I would love for her to have that opportunity for that title in her near future for her. And then where are we going with the storyline with her and Zarya? For about a year now, if you watch me, if you see me, if you heard me, me and Chris, either on Saturdays or just in general, when we do our watch-alongs, when we talk about NXT, I'm always bringing the back to the point of Zarya. She came in with the big three, Jordan Grace, Julia, as well as Stephanie Vicaire. Vicaire and Julia has moved on to the main roster. Jordan Grace is still in one of those stuck on neutral in my case, and Zarya really hasn't really gotten going. And Zarya, from her presentation, her look, and I've said it time and time again, countless times, she looks like a major heel. Why are we booking her as this babyface lollipop, lovey-dovey? I don't know what WWE has with their women division, from Charlotte and Alexa Bliss to Io and Rhea Ripley with this lovey-dovey crap. Could we get into, I know they're friends and yada, yada, all that good stuff. I need them to start booking these women like they're going to mean business. Like a Maxine Dupree on Monday Night Raw with her facials, her Natty Neidhart, that these women, you had Shayna Baszler in the company. You had all this badass, and I'm not saying the women are not badasses, but I don't know what is it that they have this fantasy of this lollipop stuff. Are we dabbling into Pornhub? I don't need that. I need my female athletes in the WWE to look like badass. I'm gonna kick your ass, Raquel Rodriguez, at her height. Jade Cargill, who says she's the baddest bitch. I could believe that. I need to see more of that. I don't need I hate that. I really do. I need them to go out there and kick ass, because then we want to be taken serious, or you want to be, or we go back, or we're regressing back to Vince McMahon's days and having Trish Lita and Trish and Lita and Paul bra and panty matches. I don't need this. I want to see you. I want your women, the way you ladies kick ass, showcase the way we saw in Women's Evolution. I need that. I need that in the women's division all across the WWE. I don't need this less love and hugging and it just, to me, I find that cringe. I find it cringe. Okay, there's a wrestling. I want to see people get their ass kicks. I don't need for that. They have Love Island. They have all that other stuff. There's enough Love Island going on in the back of the PC, behind the scenes, which is none of our business. But still, I maybe I'm sounding like an old man. Get off my lawn with that take, but that's just me, the way I perceive it. I don't need the mushy stuff. I don't need the mushy stuff when it comes to the women's division. I need the women to go out there and show us they kick ass and take names later. That's what I need, and I want to see that in the WWE going forward in NXT. And that starts with Zarya and Ruka. I need that split already. Zarya, turn her heel. Not Ruka. The fans love her. Listen to what we heard in Washington, D.C., 19,000 plus. It's time to pull the trigger on Zarya, make her the bad heel. Right now, it should have been Zarya versus Jordynne Grace. We should have been getting that coming up here, possibly and they still have time to make that match for Stand and Deliver. We need for Stand and Deliver. We need Jordynne. If Jordynne Grace isn't getting called to the main roster and she's lingering in NXT, which, by the way, Jordynne Grace should be on SmackDown and injecting more talent into that. That's another story. We're going to dive into that in a second. I think I need to see Zarya and I need to see Jordynne Grace collide. They teased that when they went to the ECW arena last year, and they never paid it off. Even when Jordynne Grace was part of the TNA knockouts and part of the TNA roster, never gave us that payoff there. They teased it. We want to see it. These ladies, I know they could kill it and they could have a banger of a match, but we I don't know why WWE with NXT Creative is holding off on giving that. They bring in Blake Monroe and she gets elevated immediately to the top. So if she's that great and you're elevating her, put her on the main roster. SmackDown could use that. SmackDown could use that Tiffy time versus Blake Monroe. Don't waste her time then in NXT. There's plenty of women in the NXT locker room on Evolve as well that could use the TV time that Blake Monroe is occupying on Tuesdays. SmackDown could use a Blake Monroe then if you're going to hold back Jordynne Grace, Zarya, and you're leapfrogging some of these ladies like a Jada Parker and a Lola Vice and a Thea Hale. So just leapfrog them. Just go ahead and put Breaker Row already on the main roster, in my opinion. You've got Kendall Gray, Carly Bright. You got Ren Sinclair, Ren Sinclair shouldn't be just a manager type of pseudo wrestler to go in there and take some pins when they need her to for a feud. She should be getting a major push and elevated. But they bring in these high-priced talent free agent ladies. They don't see, and they get the titles, they get the big push, and then they go to the main roster, and you can see they don't do anything. Julia hasn't done anything. Stephanie Becker finally wrestled last night and to crickets because there was no emotional investment on them. So I need to see more. I need WWE Creative in 2026 to do more better with the ladies. Don't wait for a special pay-per-view or PLE like a Women's Evolution to start telling us they're hot. What I mean hot is their storylines. Match of the year, I still say is that Intercontinental three-way. With Bailey, Becky, and Lyra. And I know they could do more, but we don't need to rely always on the top. Rhea always on the top and so forth. There is talented women. Book them correctly, and I hope they continue doing that for NXT Women Division. Again, I like the fact that they're trying to strengthen the tag team division, the women's tag team. That's great, but I don't need the women's tag team division to be around Care Bear, lovey-dovey stuff. I want them. There's gold there, and they need to. And the women want to go capture it. They have a mission. Go and execute it. So yes, let me get off that women's rant there. Speaking of tag team, we got Hank and Tank taking on Bronco Lima and Lucius Harris. Let's see Lucius Prince. Let's see where they go with that. For Hank and Tank coming off their Noah run from Japan, former Noah Tag Team Champions, to see where Hank and Tank has come from, where they've been, and where they're going in 2026. I asked this question. I know they already won NXT Tag Team titles. What is there a ceiling that I'm afraid I don't know if I could see something to that next level of Hank and Tank. Now, are they there to start putting over tag teams like a Bronco Lima and Lucius Prince? I wonder if they're going to be the teams that's going to start making other tag teams over, because I'll be honest with you, I don't see anything higher for Hank and Tank. I don't see them. They captured gold. I don't see them a singles run. I don't know where Hank Walker will go in a singles run. I don't think he has the demeanor. Tank and Ledger, I don't know either in the singles. Where do you see them as face? No disrespect. It's not a disrespect for them, but you have to ask these questions. Do you see them in the face of NXT? You know, the men's division in singles competition each? Maybe you say yes. Why? I mean, said, and maybe you disagree with me. I don't see it, guys. I don't see neither one. I think their ceilings are tag team, and I think they reach a pinnacle where they're going to start getting other tag teams over and eat some pins here and get some over. They had their nice run. It felt like the same thing with Inoue and Malik Blade. You know, they were a hell of a tag team presentation-wide, and they went a certain way. They never even held the NXT tag team gold. At least Hank and Tank had the opportunity to get NXT gold as well as Pro Wrestling Noah's tag team titles as well. So we'll see where that goes. We got about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. If you're watching us, come and watch us on Rumba. Just like the playback, you're able to watch with us, watch along NXT tonight. We definitely have a nice chat coming in. Any second, it should be all popping in and cool. Let me see. Oh, let me make sure I see. There we go. Now I see. I got to check my settings. That's what it was. All right. There we go. So hopefully everyone gets to see where we're at. I don't think Chris is joining me again tonight. Didn't see him. He would have been on already. So no Chris tonight again, but that's fine. That's fine. He's celebrating his Pittsburgh Steelers victory, who captured first place for now in the top of the division. So congratulations to the Steelers being on the top of the division with a couple weeks left in the football season. Good luck to the New York Knicks tonight. The Knicks go for the Emirates Cup at 8:30 tonight. Good luck for the Knicks. You know, we used to cover here. We still do, but until I get my finances to try to get the NBA League Pass back up and running. Hopefully, you know, after the Emirates Cup, possibly maybe I'm trying to hope for if there's a Christmas bonus in the stocking, which I doubt it with the way the company's working, to be able to get League Pass for myself as a Christmas gift, but I don't know why that's going to happen. Christmas doesn't look like Santa didn't smile finally on our company and at work, so it is what it is. That's the breaks. That's the economy. As we are about, okay, we're about to start. Let me bring in the guest of honor in. Let me show that in there. And Rain is not in tonight, so Rain will be joining us on Friday. Hopefully her daughters are doing better. Hope they feel better. Wasn't feeling well under the weather as well. But of course, Rain will join me on Mondays and Fridays, so that's a cool thing. NXT, let's go. $40 seconds to go. If you're on the Rumble app, you see the countdown clock when is about to begin. Salute everyone again. Thank you for joining me tonight here on my watch along here. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. Help us grow this community. You can follow us on Discord, our Discord as well. It's in the video description. Check us out. Let's keep the conversation going. For any news and notes and all that, I'll be posting it sometimes. If I find any rumors or stuff, I'll put that on the Discord. I'm not really big into the rumor stuff, but whatever. Or at least the spoilers. I don't like doing spoilers. I feel like everyone needs that surprise element. You know, not everyone could be not everyone is tuned to the spoilers or looking for it. You know, people are genuine, want that escape. You know, they want to go and check it out. And then if it's all over the plaster, all over the place, you lose that luster of watching it and being surprised because people posted it all over the place. So that's why I do that same respect. I work extremely hard. I get up early in the morning, work all day on the outside, building homes. And then when I come home, I don't want to get spoiled. I want to sit down and disconnect and unwind and totally escape from that world into the wrestling or anything on any content. And I just don't want it to get, you know, ruined or spoiled, if it makes sense. That's why I don't like the spoilers, because you know it's this wrestling is an escape for us. For us adults, this is our episodic television, our episodic telenovela that we call it, that we want to escape from, and we don't want it to be, you know, we want that to escape. We want to be taken on that ride. You know, we want to go to, this is like our Disney World, you know, where we want to go to the world of imagination, and wrestling and pro wrestling. We don't want it to get taken from us. All right, they're showing the they're starting off with Saturday night's main event, of course, showcasing the young talents. I like that actually Joe Hendry got a moment. I really feel so good for Joe Henry, that moment there with R-Truth and Miz. You know, so that was cool. Right before John Cena went on the air and said goodbye for his last time, Joe Henry was there. So I really felt so happy for Joe Hendry, and TNA for Leon Slater as well. You know, bravo, great job there. I know the match was like 10 minutes or just under 10 minutes with the tag team, but it was a hell of a ride. It was a quick, high-paced action. I really enjoyed it from Javon Evans and Leon Slater, and of course, and a mishap there on the ropes for AJ Styles, but no one's really talking about it as they're showing the Joe Hendry clip. Now, when are we going to ask this question? I've been saying it every time he does the choke slam or the standing ovation for Joe Hendry. Why does he have to add that thumb in the person's ass? You know, you hold him and he has that extra thumb. Is that for leverage or for a little sensation there? What's going on with Joe Hendry? Next time I see him, I'll ask him. What's up with the thumb? All right, they're talking about Sol the Ruka. Yeah, poor Joe. Look at John Cena. This John Cena bowing down. All right, they're going to check out now last week. Ricky Saints. We're going to hear from Ricky Saints. I want to know what wasn't the mindset of Ricky Saints. Did he had enough of Javon Evans, you know, being impatient, taking things for granted just because he's athletically, you know, it comes easy to him, because Ricky Saints had to go through a pretty much a long road, you know, through the independent scenes and the NWA, or, you know, he's not going to mention all Elite Wrestling, but you know what I mean. He had a long road to get to the WWE, to NXT, and at the age, you know, 33 years old, while 20, he's not even 20, he was at 20, Javon Evans was capturing NXT by storm. Is there a little bit of a professional jealousy there with Ricky Saints? Are we going to hear that in his promo? I would love to hear that. I would love to find out why Ricky Saints, or what got into him, why he has turned and his tune. We got what's going on. We've got Heather with us. We got, oh, wait a minute, Javon Evans got new merchandise. Javon Evans got a new merchandise out. Oh, God, I hate that song. All right, NXT. They got their signature song, $1 Million From Now. I will remember you then. I find that the most stupidest lyrics out there in music, but whatever. I have no idea, Heather. But we're here. Everyone that's taking the night off. I mean, maybe they're watching the Knicks. There's a big Emirates Cup game tonight at 8:30. It is kind of quiet. Everyone is not here. Here's Blake Monroe. Yeah, it's very very quiet for us watch-alongs here. Maybe the essence of the watch-along is dead. I'll keep an eye on the number. I'll keep an eye on the viewership and numbers. Although yesterday here on the Rumble, we had almost 500 strong. So for a new platform. I mean, on X, we get a lot of impressions and engagements, whatever you want to call it. But YouTube has been quiet. YouTube has been quiet. Maybe there's so much. Maybe, when you put too much, maybe with just another ice cube in this drink, we're watering it down. I have no idea. Here's Thea Hale. All right, now, I was mentioning on the top of there, is this a night where Thea Hale shocks the world and wins the title? Because it doesn't hurt for Blake Monroe. You could bring up Blake Monroe, the first SmackDown of the year, and she's off and running on SmackDown, which they're going to go 3 hours, the debut of Glamour. I mean, make a short cup of coffee for Blake Monroe. Wouldn't hurt the NXT brand. Blake Monroe does not need to win the NXT Women's Championship. I think personally, I wouldn't mind a title change here. Give an opportunity for Thea Hale. Bring up a Carly Bright. Have an opportunity here for a Zarya. Other ladies in the division, that are not getting the opportunity because they bring in these free agent women. And they push everyone a whole step back or sometimes 2 steps back. I kind of, what? SmackDown could use a Blake Monroe with she doesn't need to be in NXT. Let it go. Wouldn't mind an NXT women's title change here. North American title change. Would not mind one bit. Yes, Blake Monroe. I mean, she looks great with the title. I'm not gonna lie. Blake Monroe holding that North American title the way she just did and that looks great. But to me, she feels like she's too overqualified to be on that brand right now. You could have her in some programs on SmackDown, right now with B-Fab, go give us some great story with her introduction, with B-Fab and her or Michin, and then you could move her, elevate her up the ladder with other ladies, and you don't have to give her right away to Jade Cargill or vice versa, or you don't have to pigeon her in immediately to the top. You could bring her slowly like that and make people like it, and then until you get to that dream matchup with Tiffany Stratton. I mean, I'm with you, Heather. I'm going for Thea Hale to upset. For another victory, I doubt it. I give Thea Hale 5% chance of winning, but that 5% chance, boy, I hope I could hit on that one. Put a couple shekels and hit big on that one. All right, here we go. Look at this. Back into the turnbuckle. The crowd's behind Thea. Blake Monroe working. Blake again reverse her right into that turnbuckle. They were going to set into a spinning round and round and drops her on that sidewalk, Sam. Beautiful. So Blake Monroe, watching her wrestle, women her height are just a little bit, although Toni Storm was a little bit thicker. Heavier, but she kind of works well here with a Thea Hale, but nice snapmare. Beautiful leg. Nice standing ponton. 1, 2. Thea Hale, her in-ring ability has never been one to question about Thea. It's just her gimmicks. I don't know. That Chase U felt like it was just comedy levy. You really couldn't take her serious, but the bell rang. She almost beat Tiffany Stratton when she was NXT Women's Champion. That was to me one of her best matches on NXT roster. And then it just didn't go anywhere with her. Then she was taken off for a while with then JC Jane when they tried to revamp her and Chase U and just the Chase U thing. She got stigma or stuck with that. Let's see what happens now. I'm sorry, but I always think it was stupid of the wrestlers having to change their name. Oh, for Blake Monroe, but she wanted it both. I think she wanted a name change, I think. And Ricky Starks should have stood Ricky Starks. I agree with you there, but he wanted to do Ricky Saints. I sometimes they ask, I think they ask for it, or if they can trademark it, maybe that's why they do it. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good one. All right, they're going to take their first commercial break here 10 minutes into the program, or picture-in-picture. Well, they're doing picture-in-picture on the CW, but here on the international feed, they are not taking a picture-in-picture. They're giving us the full view. We got Blake Monroe here working on what she's doing here, just stomping in the middle on the midsection here at Thea Hale. We're going to set her up for a nice suplex. Beautiful. Beautiful suplex. Even Booker T agreed to that one. On the throat. Man, I was going to say the same thing. I'm in lockstep with the commentary tonight. We're thinking exactly the same way. Good job, as the crowd wants Thea Hale to rally here, as Blake Monroe now is just toying with her. Oh, here's a comeback. We believe. That's right. Now she's with Joe Henry gimmick. I forgot about that, ladies and gentlemen. I totally forgot that she was with the We Believe gimmick. Blake Monroe now. Oh, just working on the arm. Remember, one of her is the Kimura lock. If you work on her limbs, she won't be able to put that Kimura lock on you. Smart move by Blake Monroe, now working on that armbar. Frank, what's going on, Frank? Hey, Frank, check us out on the Rumble app, just like the playback. If you go on the Rumble app, Sports Jedi Network, you're able to watch it with us the way we were doing it on the playback. Playback went out. We got Frank in the building. But Mariah in Stardom, AEW. Ricky starts basically everywhere, but Ethan keeps his name, gimmick, and representation. Thank goodness. Well, yeah, that's why maybe back again. White Owl's in the building. What's going on, White Owl? If you check it out. Yes, the Rumble app. Sports Jedi Network. Oh, the Rumble app you're like Rumble app. It's a little more friendlier than YouTube. It just started right now, White Owl. The first contest here, Blake Monroe and Thea Hale for the Women's North American Championship. Oh, what a clothesline. Short on clothesline. All right, they're coming back from the commercial break. And she's got like a sleeper or here we go. Thea now. Oh, what a beautiful short on clothesline. I like this here. Joe Henry showing in the background. He's getting ready for a big man. I believe that's the main event. There it is. Makes you think Ethan is a better negotiator. Maybe that, or he just they said, okay. I don't know. But you know what? Either way, Ethan Page, I believe, is right now the second best heel in the WWE. Besides Gunther, I think it's Ethan Page. What a move there by Thea Hale. Here, Thea Hale. Now, here we go, warming up with the coffin drop. What the hell? What the hell, referee? What the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? I won by 5%. Very anticlimactic, though. I kind of said I would like to see Thea Hale because Blake Monroe doesn't need it. I liked it, but the referee, I don't know what the hell happened there. I'm confused too. What the hell is that? Let's take a look. Yeah, that's a 3. I like the referee went with the count. I'm sorry. What's going on, man? How are you? All right, so we got a new North American Women's Champion now. I don't know if there was a hiccup. Blake Monroe didn't get her shoulder completely up, convincing for the referee. I cannot fault the referee there. If the talent doesn't kick out aggressively, this is hilarious. I love it. Yeah, it is hilarious. For Blake Monroe, she was up. You think her shoulders was up? The referee kept counting, unless if it's a Neva thing. Interesting, right? That's interesting. So Ethan Page is coming out. Now, why is he calling out Tony D'Angelo? I know Tony D'Angelo stuck his nose. Wasn't Tony D'Angelo in his nose at the world title picture? Like, what's going on here? Oh, here's my favorite commercial that I can't stand. This WrestleMania one. Oh no, I'm not worried. I actually like Thea Hale holding on that title to calm down. I don't think she's gonna be along for the North American title picture, running holding that title. But I like the fact that, again, when we mentioned earlier on the top, Heather, what does Blake Monroe have to do in NXT anymore? There's really nothing. I mean, what the NXT Women's title, really? Bring her up to SmackDown. They need the talent. She got already the acclamation. Welcome to the WWE. She saw all the stuff in WWE, how everything runs, how the machine operates, how they're very stringent. They're how they operate, how they work television wise, production wise, how professional, whatever. She already knows the WWE system. Now move her up to SmackDown. Get the training wheels off for her. The training wheels have come. She lost the North American title. Now it's nothing for Blake Monroe really to do in NXT. Go on to SmackDown. Bring the glamour up there. They need the storytelling. They need the star power, the women in that show, and let's go. And let the ladies like Thea Hale get some shine. Other ladies in that's currently there. Ren Sinclair, so forth. Let's go. Yeah, she got the belt, but the referee issue was confusing. Yes. No, you know what also, White Owl? It felt confused, and then the production staff played Blake Monroe's music. Like something went wrong there. I think Thea Hale was supposed to get pinned on the coffin drop. Blake Monroe was supposed to crucify her, get her in the crucifix, and pin her shoulders to the mat. And I think Thea Hale was supposed to lose that match. I think when she did the coffin drop, the way she did that nonchalant pin, I think Blake Monroe was supposed to roll her up there on the crucifix pin and get the victory. And I think that was the original finish with the agents. Something went awry, and Blake didn't kick out, and the referee went through the 3 count. That's what it looks like in real time. From watching it, who knows? Now they have a rematch and she gets her title back. Then there's something. Then that was a big F up, and they're gonna correct it. But move on, if I'm them, move on. Let Thea Hale hold this. Look how crazy how happy the crowd got there. Move on. It's good for Thea Hale. It's good to see her get a title, and it's good for her to move on. Yeah, the whole situation was confusing. We'll see. We'll see. Only time will tell. Only time will tell on that one. Yeah, definitely. But either way, I thought, look, I could be wrong. Maybe that was their intentions. Because I thought when JC Jane beat Stephanie Becker, I thought Stephanie might have gotten her bell rung and and she didn't kick out and no, it was intentionally done that JC Jane was gonna win. And look where they propelled JC Jane, having breakout year 2025 NXT breakout year. We'll talk about that on our Jedi, the Jedi Awards coming up, our year-end awards for professional wrestling in our channels. So yeah, that's one of those things that you never know what could propel. Look at Maxine Dupree. I think Maxine Dupree last night on Monday Night Raw, just her demeanor, her confidence, her level of the way she looks. Oh my goodness, that's not Sophia Cromwell from NXT. Maxine Dupree is looking like a mid-card player ready to excel in about another year to main roster, to main event status. I know, slow it down. She has a lot to learn. I got it. But if she keeps on that trajectory with that confidence and her in-ring, her transitions into that ankle lock and the matches she's putting on, she's got a lot to clean up. Yes, we know that. But if she continues her hard work and dedication, would it not be surprised her being a main eventer in the women's division in a year? So I like what I mean is opportunities. Make the best of your opportunities on that main roster, because we know that if you put the work in and you entertain us, we're gonna back you out with our cheers. Yeah, that's downtown Orlando. That's Lake Eola. That one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think right there, I think she must have hurt her shoulder and she didn't put her in that crucifix. All right. Here's Ethan Page. And he will be wrestling this Saturday. Guerra y Titanes. So I can't wait to see that on AAA to Miss Dr. Wagner. He might be triple champ. He might be a triple champ by Saturday. He might be your Latin American champion or North American champion and your mixed tag team champion. Guerras de Titanes. We'll be watching that at 9 o'clock. We'll be locked and loaded, brother. That's going to be fun. That's going to be uber fun. I can't wait to see that one. Now, we know that Penta is not medically cleared. Stepping in for Penta will be Rey Mysterio teaming up with Rey Fenix. Oh, God. He's taking shots at John Cena. Love it. Love it. Get him, Ethan. Not a lot of people in NXT tonight. I could tell by but it looks crowded, yeah. But usually there is an extra row and extra people. Interesting for a double taping too. He is a foundation in NXT. So he's calling out Tony D'Angelo. Ah, why? All right, who's this? Oh, Stacks. Here's where WWE messed up. They messed up here. What's going to happen on this Thursday on NXT on TNA? It's the middle rope, dumbass. Are you serious? Pow. All right, pal. Oh, wow. Moose. 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 Let's go. Yeah. The man's in the building. Moose. Moose. Yeah. I thought Macklin. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I expected Steve Macklin out here, but I'll take Moose right now. Remember, Macklin's a free agent, so he's right now. Well, technically, contract is up, coming up soon. Oh, Moose. Let's go. Ethan Page and Moose. 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 See, this is what this TNA and NXT working together makes the show better. When it's just NXT talent, it gets a snort fest of time. And vice versa. Moose. Oh, let's go, Moose. Oh, Moose. I said, who's going to get the first TNA wrestler to win NXT title? It could be Moose. Ah, you lifted the title, Moose. Why? Why you had to be a Moose knuckle? Moose. Oh, young bro. Leon is in the building. Let's go. kind of cool. We just talked about what if TNA Star got an NXT belt. Yeah, I wanted Mike to get the NXT title, but I'll settle for Moose getting the North American. I wanted Macklin. Macklin wanted a piece of Ethan Page and stuff, but I'll tell you know what? Let's go. All right, we got a tag team action. We got Hank and Tank. I was saying it earlier when I started the show. I think that we got ceiling already for Hank and Tank. They've been NXT Tag Team Champions. They were Pro Wrestling Noah Tag Team Champion. I think they're not going to be putting over other tag teams here. It's time for them to job out of that because I don't see a ceiling any higher than that. Hank, not for nothing, Hank doesn't look like a single superstar, NXT World Champion, and neither does Tank. I don't even they go individual. I mean, how far are they going to get banging on their stomach? They're just going to be now good hands. That's as far as they're going to get the crowd happy, feel good moment, get a couple victories once in a blue moon, and they're just going to be now just there to good hands to get people over, other tag teams over. I hate to see it. We've seen the ceiling for Hank and Tank, and that's, if you're a Hank and Tank fan, I hate to burst their bubble, but I think that's how we've seen their ceilings, and now it's time to get back to the NXT, put over the other NXT teams in the division. All right, they're going to take a commercial break as Hank and Tank is probably going to take pictures and rub their bellies across the Performance Center. So we got TNA's Moose come out here. One thing I hate to say, hopefully in 2026, I know TNA said they're going to be live not every 52 weeks of the year. Maybe they'll do a couple tapings, maybe 2 weeks, and then live again. But if they're going to work with NXT, NXT's live every week, you're going to remember this conversation for this Thursday on the Impact Zone. Just remember this conversation, what we saw here with Moose, Adriana, and Dax. I'm put a pin on it. This one, the one little thing that I know, and they almost stooged something out here in a minute. This is where going tape hurts TNA. She's putting her crown back on. She loses when she does that. All right, we got a commercial break here. Thank you for joining me on YouTube, on X, on Instagram Live. Thank you so much. Appreciate you here tonight. So far, first 30 minutes of NXT, a lot of this has been a crazy 30 minutes of NXT. We had I don't know if this was a mix-up, a botch, or what in the Women's North American title with Blake Monroe, Thea Hale, your new North American champion, where looks like Blake Monroe might have got her wind knocked out of her on Thea Hale's coffin drop, where she didn't kick out and she didn't raise her shoulder. She rose her shoulder, but it wasn't a complete shoulder raise enough or derogatory enough for the referee to break the count, and the referee did his job and kept the count going. And we have a new Women's North American champion. So we'll see how they course correct that in the WWE NXT world, or they'll keep it or let it truck through. We'll see how that goes if it's a rematch and Blake Monroe wins. Personally, I think this is an opportunity away in stars lining up for Blake Monroe to go to SmackDown starting in January, on that January 2nd for SmackDown going to 3 hours. You introduce Glamour into Blake Monroe, you call her up, put her in that storyline some way, somehow, and now you're off and running with Blake Monroe. She doesn't need to be in NXT. Take that as a blessing in disguise if that was a mistake. That's like the wrestling gods saying, you know what, let's move her on. Hopefully they could see that and they don't force feed it or go back to something that really doesn't need to be there for Blake Monroe. She doesn't need that title anymore. She actually don't need to be another match. She don't need to be another PLE in NXT. She should be on her way to the main roster of SmackDown. All right, you got about 14 seconds here. And then we have Moose coming out. Ethan Page cutting a promo. He's got a big match against Mr. Dr. Wagner Jr. this Saturday, trying to get the Latin American champion. Stacks comes out, wants to get gold, wants the mixed tag team gold and possibly that North American. And Moose wants to bring back and capture now NXT Gold, since TNA talent takes NXT talent take TNA Gold, he wants to see if he captures the North American title away from all legal Ethan Page, setting that up. I love it, and I'm for it. I'm excited for it. I want to see this. I'll take it. I'll take an I said, when is the time we're gonna get a TNA talent take an NXT Gold title back? And that's what we want. It could be Moose. Moose is, hey, what a person to do it for TNA to capture, other than the Hardys winning tag team titles. Yes, but the Hardys are Hardys. You know, they were, but I'm talking about full-blown TNA talent holding a NXT title. You know, I thought it would have been Mike Santana was the guy, but they're not going to go. They're not going to pull that trigger. Moose or Macklin. I thought Macklin, but no. Here we go. OTM coming out. Where is Jada Parker? We haven't seen her in a couple months. All right, OTM. OTM. Lucius Price and Bronco Lima. Let's go. I've been a big fan of these two kids. You know, injury held him back. Prince. Also, the breakup of Lola Vice. You know, this is why you gotta. If you're a young wrestler, I know you're young. You want to, you know, someone in the business that understands the business, but get your career ahead before you get into the love stuff. Because if it doesn't work out, it becomes, it's, you know, normally you see one or even both don't get a push or put in the back burner. But now we know Lola's with Damian Priest and all this. It gets sticky. Look at Tiffany Stratton, Ludwig Kaiser, Cora Jade, and Braun Breaker. I mean, the list is on and on and on. And it, you know, well, that's none of our business, but it kind of affects the product when, you know, they don't want drama. They send you to cool off. They send you out of sight, out of mind, all that crap. Here we go. 2 weeks from tonight. So that means that'll be taped tomorrow. Yeah, let's go. Here we go. Nice elbow by Bronco Lima. Good shoulder tackle. You know, I would like these two kids, to be honest with you, to work with Booker T in Reality of Wrestling, you know, during a break and whatever the case is. You know, we've seen that with Tyra May Steele now down at Reality of Wrestling doing a couple workshops with Booker T's Reality of Wrestling with the coaches. Still part of Evolve, part of NXT. You know, we saw her win LFG. There good things happen when talent goes work at the Reality of Wrestling alongside with the coaches at NXT. Case in point, Trick Williams, Lash Legend, Tatum Paxley. There's a lot of great stuff. Well, I don't know what it is with Booker T. He has great coaches down there in Houston. Would love to see these two get some work together there. Little Harlem Heat, tag team psychology there between these two guys. You know, will if they listen to advice, beautiful combination of that curve stomp there. My God, they wrestle like they're gonna hurt people. You know, like Doom back in the day, if you remember, Harlem Heat, they are impressive. They just need to just fine tune and not get injured. You know. Okay, if anyone else was the North American champion, I'll be completely cool with Moose winning. But that's our guy, Ethan Page. I can't. Okay. Hey, that's fair. Your favorite has the title right now. You know, you don't want anyone to win that. I mean. Yeah, I see that. I get that. Do I see Moose beating Ethan Page? No. And you know, unless they do, unless they want to surprise it, Heather, for coming up, because he's going to win the Latin American title, and he's still going to have two titles, and you want people to tune in couple, you know, not this Tuesday, a couple weeks for that show to see Moose win that title, because they're going to leak it all over the place and get a rating. That's the only reason why I could think they might pull the trigger, but I don't know. Oh, we got a card showing up here with security. So who is this? Somebody has arrived with. It's a Chevy. I was gonna say the same thing as Booker T, man. Me and Booker T are on a good wavelength tonight. It's a Chevy, man. Make it seem like it's a freaking Cadillac. You got all the security like so freaking Chevy. Booker T said it right. All right, here we go. Tank and Tank now working. They're in control here. Now here's a football clothesline. All that to do a clothesline. Okay, Hud to do a weak ass clothesline by anyway. But here it is. Oh, clothesline is slap him. I think he just slapped him. Yeah. Hud to that, clown. Here we go. Irish whip. Look at this. Double shoulder tack. The only reason why I put that out there, Heather, I'm trying to think of creating buzz. If Moose wins that title on tomorrow night, which is going to be aired on the 28th, I believe it is, if I'm not mistaken, the last Tuesday before the year, so people could tune in and watch it, and they could pop a rating because Moose is support. And that's the only reason why I say that. I put that out there just to make that statement, but I don't see. I'm going to give that. Well, hey, I gave 5% chance from Blake Monroe to lose that title. I'll give that like about a 25% chance Moose wins that North American title, but I think all legal 75% wins it. No, they're showcasing Bronco and Lima here. They're showcasing these two kids. They're destroying a team that just came back from Pro Wrestling Noah with winning tag team gold, by the way. And they're destroying them. They're trying to show that they're a player in the tag team division. The filler, maybe because you're not invested emotionally with neither one of these tag teams. You as NXT wants you as a viewer to start getting emotionally attached to OTM. If OTM would have destroyed them a little quicker, I don't know if you get invested too much. But I need them to close it out strong where you're going to be remember this team. But right now they got another 4 minutes. They got a 3.5 minute commercial, so I don't know how. You might be right. Like you by the time the commercial is back, you're like wrap it up. I personally would like them to finish Hank and Tank already, but they're not going to finish it for another 3 minutes, so they got to clown around with them. Yeah, see now they're doing a lot of too much. They're running out of movesets here. This is where Booker T Reality or Wrestling School will help them tighten the screws and hone it in. Here's a comeback. No. Yeah, this match is gonna go 5 minutes too long. All right, you already slapped him, but you're going to slap him again. Make your slap look good, man. You're a big dude. Book, the same thing I was just talking about 5 minutes ago, not even 5 minutes, a couple minutes ago. Booker T saying that currently right now on the commentator about the Harlem Heat and knowing how to close your matches. What the hell is going on? They're beating him up, but there's really no rhyme or reason. They got a minute and a half to go on, and they can't finish this match. So right now they're doing a lot of filler, doing nothing. They're beating them up for nothing. There's really psychology wise, you're just burning out moves, and this is where you lose a crowd. I don't think these kids were ready. This tag team match needed a break. If that was the case, they should have wrapped up before the commercial break and closed it out. See, this is a mistake on production. This is a mistake on the producers. If they didn't need to go on a commercial break, you're doing a disservice to these kids. They're running out of movesets to do, and you're running out of zero interest. because you still got another minute of this. Nice. You get the Nuriagi. Oh, wait a minute. What? What the hell was that? But Heather, you know what? He's doing all this offense. Well, maybe you're not watching on the American audience, but damn, how are you supposed to care about Bronco Lima if you have Hank and Tank running a comeback on them? Oh God. All right, here we go. Tank is going to jump off the top, or no? Oh, my God. All right, guys, they need to wrap this up. Bring it home. It was a nice, fun match. I don't agree with the commercial placement in it. They should have ended it before going to the commercial placement. So as now you're going a little too long. I'm starting to get 0 F. It's given. And I like this tag team, Bronco and Lucius. I like this tag team a lot. But now I'm starting to feel like, come on, it's starting to begin. I'm going with Heather with the filler, and we're doing a little too much here. Oh, Bronco got tripped up. Oh, come on, fellas. They went too long. Bring it home already, man. Why are you hulking up? You're not a baby face. Come on, Bronco. Yeah, this was terrible. This is a bad produced match. It's a good team. They're not botching, though. They got good moves, but they're overdone. Yeah, he's not a baby face. Now he's hulking. Oh, get the hell out of here. What a stupid cartwheel. Oh. It's a good match. I'm not gonna give you the, but overdone, overproduced. Too many movesets here for a tag team where they're empty out. They blow their load here. Then he had to break up the cover. Bro, get this garbage out of here. Come on, finish them. Come on, finish it here. Got it. Oh, damn. I was so mad right now. Finally get an NXT show, but it's in downtown on Friday night. Oh, I will go. It's Friday night. Why not? Go check it out. You're going to get TNA talent there. You know that. Yeah, I'm with you. End it. That should have been the finisher. Why is that not over already? Ah. He hit him with the swanton. Oh, if the Hank Attack wins this tag team match. Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. After this match, I'm going to say this statement. It's going to sound blunt. It's going to sound terrible. But you know what? Do us a favor and release Bronco and Lucius from the WWE. Release them. Don't fucking waste their time. Let them go work in the independent scene. Let them go work somewhere else. Don't waste their fucking time in NXT. Those guys are too talented for you to have them lose on an inside cradle and overworked with Hank and Tank. Just release them already. I like them. I wouldn't want to see them leaving the WWE, but you're fucking wasting their time with that stupid match you did with Hank and Tank. What good does Hank? There is no ceiling for Hank and Tank. Now these kids are lost. The same thing, they do not know how to book Malik and Inofe, and Inofe is no longer with the company. I see the same shit here with Bronco and Lucius. Release them. Release them both. Bring other kids who want to get an opportunity to work with, and let's move on. Because I can't see Lucius and Prince having another match where I'm going to give a shit about them. This was not good. What are we doing, NXT? That was not good for those two kids. They came back. They're coming back. You're trying to establish them as a tag team. That was a horrible ending. Overbooked. They got poor Troy London now as the security now. Well, I'll get the stream back on. I don't know what happened, guys. I'll get it back on for a second. You said horrible ending. I agree with you on that one. Terrible, horrible, atrocious ending. Okay, why are we not playing? Yeah, I feel bad for those poor kids. Get rid of them already. That's all I feel like it. You know, Heather, I feel like, you know what? You gave them a couple of TV matches. They try to get reinvigorated. They, you know, it's not going to work. All right, why is this not working now? I'll get this working. I don't know what's going on here. I'll get it working. I got to refresh this browser. We'll get this going here in a minute. They're in a commercial break anyway, just to give you a heads up. They're in a commercial break. Ricky Saints got out of the car. If it's the end of the year and HBK is phoning it in, just like Trips, I think they've been phoning it in this 2025 because I think they're you know, Trips and HBK are together at the hips. I have a conspiracy. I think, you know, they're pissed off where other people come in and mess up their creative plans, like The Rock, you know, and coming in and changing their direction, that they have a vision with certain talents and stories, and it gets, you know, last second ripped up because someone wants to come in, you know, and I think they kind of, in unison of not really giving a shit and doing much to betterment of the talents. That's just my opinion. Why push Hank and Tank if you know they're not going to SmackDown or Raw anytime soon? They don't even belong on the main roster, White Owl. They're not ready. Hank and Tank stinks. Come on, the Creed brothers are better tag team wrestlers than them, and they're not even getting a sniff, a whiff in the main roster on SmackDown and Raw. What makes you think Hank and Tank is going to get a push? And you think I mentioned earlier, you think Hank Walker is going to be World Heavyweight title material, or even Intercontinental, or United States? No, or even Tank Ledger? No. So I didn't get this. See what you got with the tag team in Bronco and Lucius, because they look like a mean ass team. Unless if something is going on that we don't know backstage, you know, work ethic, whatever, and they just got to use them. And I don't know. All right, we got the story back on, but I'm a little bothered with them. Don't waste those kids' time, then. I agree. I agree. That's why. Yeah, I was trying that point as well. What I was just trying to add to that point that you were making as well. Why give that to Hank and Tank if they don't deserve, they don't deserve a main card? I agree. That's why I mentioned earlier. We know their ceiling. There is, they're a tag team champion already, and Pro Wrestling knows tag team champions, and that's their ceiling. Yeah, the Creed brothers are super talented, especially Julius. Yeah, I seen them. In fact, where is my? Oh my God, where's my Creed brothers merchandise that I was given by Julius Creed? Where is it? Here. This is how much of a Julius Creed and a Creed brothers fan are. I'm a big fan of them. Yeah, given them by the Creed brothers. Let's go. At NXT. So I am a fan of them, and you don't know how much it pains me to see them sideline on Monday Night Raw. They are so talented, Julius and Brutus, and to see them just doing nothing, it brings a tear to my eyes. Jasper Troy, another one. We haven't seen him on TV since winning that title. Another speed tournament? No, this is behind. Hank and Tank are the Timu Heavy Machinery. They need to be cut loose. Not yet, Heather. That's why I was saying they could be a team to put other tag teams over for a while, and then we'll see, where they go from there. They're still valuable, but we know their ceiling. All right, here's Ricky Saints with security. Now let's see how Ricky Saints heel. Now let's see him as a heel now. She's a fan for her Divas title. All right, he's not going to apologize. For the speed tournament, nah, that's okay, Heather. It's not lazy. Why make a storyline for the speed title? It's 3-minute matches. Make a tournament. Nah, I disagree with that. That's you're using that too much as a crutch. Not for now. If it was for another title, yes, but for speed title, nah, because NXT and TNA love tournaments. For the speed title, I can see for a tournament, not for the other titles. Now, if they were to do that for the North American and stuff, yeah. Now you're getting a little bit too much tournament happy, like AEW. They're trying to boom him out of the building, but it's not working. Look at the kid from LFG now. He's security. That's Troy Yearwood. They got him as security guard. That guy's picking his fingernails in front, straight ahead. The other girl's on the phone. I'm surprised you're not supposed to double taping. You're supposed to keep that phone in your pocket. This guy's playing with the freaking Yeska. The Continental Classic is like the King of the Ring tournament. I don't see nothing wrong with that for All Elite Wrestling. I don't see nothing wrong with the Continental. The Owen is the one that I am like raising an eyebrow about. Too many. Then another tournament. If anything, they rely a lot on the tournament throughout the year, but that's their staple. That's their signature. That's nothing wrong with that. Oh, look at Ricky will be good on SmackDown, I think. Yeah. I think he will do good on NXT on SmackDown as well. Man, that guy got some balls standing up there and booing Ricky Saints with those double D's. In the gray shirt, straight ahead. Holy shit. Put on a bra, dude. Get a man, bro. Oh, Javon Evans got there. Javon Evans. Here we go. Oh, Javon Evans. Ricky Saints clobbered him. Damn, knocked him out on the ground. Into the stairs. Waka. Oh, no, not Vic Joseph's candy. Pick up the candy, Vic. Rochambeau. Got it. There goes the candy. Well, Javon, don't get too hurt because you got a match on Monday Night Raw. There we go. Kendall Gray and Ren Sinclair. Here we go. The Evolve Women's Champion. Ricky and Ethan need to be both called up SmackDown. Yes. But Ethan's got a lot of title gold right now, Heather. I don't know if he's going to get called up yet. Unless if Moose takes it from him. And then I guess the AAA titles, you've seen them on Raw anyway, back and forth. So but here's the one thing I do worry though. On Raw, on SmackDown, I don't like the creative writing on SmackDown. They need it. Granted, they need both of those guys there. But do I trust Brian James to do anything with them? That's my only fear. That's my fear. I will love them there. I will love them on Friday Night SmackDown. They could use it, especially 3 hours. we got a commercial break here. And don't forget to hit that like button, please. Thank you for joining us here tonight. So far, our first hour of NXT is in the books. Not a bad hour. A lot of moving parts, a lot of different things. New Women's North American Champion and Thea Hale, in case you're joining me just now, winning in a little bit of a controversy to open up. Blake Monroe must have gotten a win knocked out. I don't know what it was on that coffin drop. Didn't get her shoulders up in time. She raised her shoulder, but not off. She raised her hand, not her shoulder off the mat. Referee kept the count going. So we have a new Women North American champion. We have Moose showing up from TNA, challenging Ethan Page for that North American title, men's North American title, before Moose and Adriana Grace wants to crack at that mixed tag team title and maybe possibly a North American. And we'll see where that goes for TNA's involvement here, trying to win NXT gold here before the year concludes in 2025, in 2 weeks from now, which is cool to see. And we'll see what happens. And we also had a tag team match that makes us questioning the direction of a tag team. And Bronco Lima and Lucius Prince losing to the Belly Boys, Hank and Tank. You know, a little match that went a little too old. I think it went a little, it's safe to say, a little too much longer than it should. And the winner resolved of a roll-up by Hank for the victory in a match where it makes you scratch your head and raise an eyebrow where they're going with the tag teams. You know, I pull the opposite directions where the wrong teams are going in different wrong directions, in my opinion. But we'll see where that goes. And, of course, we got another hour. We still got the Fatal 4-Way #1 contender match. The winner moves on to take on Obafemi in New Year's Evil coming up. And then we find out that we have another speed tournament with more participants for Jasper Troy. It'll be interesting to see how much of a TNA involvement is going to be in the speed tournament. This is the only thing good about it, because if they start the tournament, it gets TNA talent on NXT TV going into the new AMC deal for TNA. So if you got TNA wrestlers fighting in the tournament, wrestling in the tournament, you know, let's say in the beginning, during the month of January, New Year's Eve, and so you get to see those talents there. And then you could showcase them in AMC. Oh, yeah, let's see them in AMC. And then they get familiar on a bigger audience. So I like this. It only benefits TNA, in my opinion, if you put some of the talents in the speed tournament. There's a purpose to it, and I like it. They put Bubble Boy all the way in the top. Wow. There's a moose on the roof. Chelsea. Look at all those titles between them. I love this. What about the moose? Uh-oh. Does it smell? Next 2 weeks. So Ruka versus Chelsea? So since when Ava could hand out United States Women's Championship, isn't that Nick Aldis' job? All right, here we go. Fatal Influences. Oh, I forgot. That's right. She's above. Ava's above Nick Aldis in their pecking role because her dad is on the board. Yeah, I forgot. The nepotism there, Heather, like you said earlier. All right, here's Fatal Influence with Laney Reed. Boy, I miss Jasmine Nix. Look at Fallon Henley. There you go. Today the coat works good because it's kind of chilly here in Orlando this evening. There we go. Yeah. Your interest sucks. You ain't Jasmine Nix. You think Soda Ruka wins title? I mean, Chelsea's about to move into a new house. She's waiting for the Orlando inspectors to give the okay, before she moves in with Matt Cardona. And so they just constructed a beautiful house, not so far from the Performance Center on a lake. All right, Red. Take no hips. It's Kendall Gray. All right, girls. All right, ladies. All right, here we go. Tag team action. Your Evolve champion and Ren Sinclair from the QTC teaming up with against Fallon Henley and Laney Reed with JC Jane on commentary. I wonder if there's going to add a third lady to balance this out. They have a third lady in Carly Bright, but I don't think she'll be part of this feud. There we go. Ring the bell. Oh, Fatal Influence immediately attacking the Evolve Women's Champion in some trouble here. Here we go. Start off the match. Oh. All right. Natural selection there double natural selection by Laney by Fatal Influence. I like that. I like what I saw there. Good start there for Fatal Influence. Fallon Henley. A lot of people say that Fatal Influence should be called up, but what holds them right now, Laney Reed is not ready to go up yet. They will do a major disservice bringing that woman up, unless if you're going to put her next to Natty Neidhart to work with her. But Natty Neidhart is not on SmackDown neither. Here's a quick pin. 1, 2. They don't have a veteran in SmackDown that I could see that could work with her female wise. For Laney Reed, nice move by Kendall Gray now. Oh, I like that. Beautiful tag team action there by these two ladies. And I think JC Jane I know she does great in the tag team, but after this singles run here in 2025, you got to see her as one of these North American, women's North American airs. A beautiful bridge there. German suplex by Kendall Gray. You got to see her or JC Jane as one of those women that could go in the United States title picture immediately with, two-time NXT Women's Champion, knockouts champion. Was it 3 times tag team champion? JC Jane is decorated to be right on the main roster, singles or tag team run. Beautiful move by Ren. Ren has always had that great. She's a great wrestler. I don't know why they're not putting the trigger. And now she's hilarious. If you follow her on Instagram, she's got a great personality with her Wednesdays recap of NXT and all. She's really good. She's got a great personality. Here's a beautiful double arm suplex there. Laney Reed just rolls out. Oh, that was a nice move by Fallon Henley. Commercial. All right, they're in a commercial break. Let's see if they United States gets a commercial break. Let's see if they stay here on the international feed. We'll find out. And they stay in the match here on the international feed. All right, Fallon Henley now taking on. It goes for a cover on Ren. That was a sloppy cover by Fallon Henley. All right, it's a 3-minute commercial on the CW. You know what I want to see, Heather? How long are the commercial breaks going to be on TNA? If they're going to be 2.5, 90 minutes, 90 seconds, 3 minutes, long ones, especially with the way TNA does. I love the way TNA does it now on the Access and TNA Plus app. They wait until the match is over. Here and there, maybe now 2 matches get a commercial break. But before, it was only the main event used to get that break. We'll see how they do it now going forward on AMC TV. As beautiful move there by the Fatal Influence tag team. Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing Fatal Influence show up on the first night on AMC and threaten the Iconics or the Inspiration a little bit here, asking for a tag team title match. I wouldn't mind that one bit. And Iconics could be Fatal Influence. At least Fallon Henley and Laney Reed. Now, if JC James involved, that's a different story. I like that. We got 90 seconds before they come back from the CW on the American side. Laney Reed is in control of this match here, with Ren Sinclair taking the beating here, doing the workload. She's not lying on her statement. Speak it, JC Jane. Oh, dang, what a forearm. Thunderous forearm. Oh, what a... Come on. Come on, Ren. Ren is starting to blow a comeback here. She wants to get a hot tag here to the Evolve Women's Champion. Nice reversal. Good double iron fist there. Beautiful. And stepping on her knee. Yeah, want to tag your partner? You're not. All right, under 30 seconds, they'll be coming back from the live feed here on the CW in the United States. Let's go, Ren. The crowd getting involved here. Let's go, Ren. You know what? Good time for them to get going right before they come back from the commercial break. Smart move there. They were a little quiet there doing this commercial lapse, and now they're starting to get into it, rallying behind, getting their favorites to get involved in this tag team match. Smart move. Beautiful. I like that. A little Shinsuke there with the sliding powerbomb. Oh, what a cutter there by Laney Reed. That was very nice. Impressive from her. Booker T needs to calm down. Yo, yeah. That was nice. Misses on the elbow. There's a tag. Leon Slater. They're showing Leon Slater in the chair, getting ready, warming up. Look at that young bro. Got a tag. There's a tag. Here's Kendall Gray. Gray coming in. Here we go. Kendall grabs. There we go. Look at that suplex. Overhead suplex toss. Uh-oh. The straps are coming down. Uh-oh. Oh. Kendall Gray now. She's on. Oh, beautiful. Candle's on a house of fire now. Super kick. Oh, she was trying to get the shades of gray to Lenny Reed. Had that well scouted. And she knocks out. Beautiful. Taking care of Manny Reed. There's a tag. Blockbuster. Fallon. Oh, facebuster. Beautiful. They're moving quick here. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. The ladies are working good. This is a good match. This is a better tag team match than Hank and Tank and Bronco and Lucius. Holy moly, these ladies are killing it. Come on, ladies. Beautiful. Kendall. Whoa, what a power slam by Kendall Gray. 1, 2. Oh, knee right to the jaw. Oh, here's Ren. Oh, belly to back suplex. Beautiful. Oh. Here we go. Got the submission. The armbar. No. Fallon Henley holding on with dear life. Here's JC Jane on the apron. Oh, Kendall Gray knocks your NXT Women's Champion down. Here's Red Sinclair with the cross body. Beautiful on the outside. Good execution there. Fallon Henley now. Here's a roll-up. 1. Poking the tights. No. Oh, misses. Look at Kendall into that arm lock and gets the arm bar. Nope. She's holding on with dear life. Nope. Now she's got it. Oh, bending it back here. There's a tap. Yeah. Great submission on the arm bar. Almost broke it. I love that when she wrenched back on that. That was nice. Nice victory. Very good tag team match for the ladies. I like this match a lot. Better than the men's tag team. Loved it. I loved it. Good match. See, she's got to turn it down on the corniness. Jordan Grace. That was weird. That was weird. That was weird. So they interjected Jordan Grace in there. Enjoy your muscle muffin. That was weird. White Owl, what do you think? That was a little weird. So do you think Blake Monroe wins it back at her rematch? Yeah, that's Jordan. That's Jordan Grace from Muscle Muffin. I don't know, but Jonathan Gresham calls it her pound cake. Jonathan Gresham had to stop taking blue chews because almost gave him a heart attack. All right. I believe that's it. I think after this, maybe one more promo segment and right into the main event. Jordan Grace challenges. Maybe. I kind of hope that the main event is next. I don't need another match because I don't need anxiety in a fatal four-way. At 4:40, at 9:45, you got four men. I don't need that. I don't need that nonsense. I need the main event now. Give it 30 plus minutes. With introductions. I don't need. This is what I loathe about NXT with their main event, the way they start. We know they have to with a hard out. You kind of predict when the finals or when the pinfall to wrap it up is coming, especially when the match starts uber late. If it starts a little early, you don't know when the match could end. It could end with 5 minutes left in the show, and something else could happen. After the match, Bell is shenanigans or whatever. But when it starts late, they got to go with a hard out. At the top of the hour, and it kind of ruins the match a little bit. The climax of it's about 2 minutes. It's about to finish. That's what I don't. That's my point when I get the anxiety, or I don't like it starting so late at the hour. When they start the match. That's my psychology. Why I bitch about NXT on the main event time every Tuesday night. Or my mindset. Why I don't like it. And they're not gonna go right into it. They're not gonna go with the intros to the. I'll be surprised. They're gonna do some kind of segment, waste another 5 minutes to 2, or even. I'm like, why? Let's just go right into this. I don't need to see Chase U. I don't need a comedy bit from Chase U. I need to go into the main event. Now, where is Trick Williams? Trick Williams, I don't think we'll see him into the Royal Rumble. Or do you think he'll answer Ilya Dragunov's open challenge on SmackDown, the first SmackDown of the year? See, we got to go to a segment. There you go. Oh. Here we go. Wasting time. Wasting time. Get to the main event. Wasting time. That must be at 3 o'clock in the morning because that's at 6. I can tell you that much. Oh, the 29th and the 30th. 2 nights in Nashville. It's a fatal 4-way. It's a fatal 4-way for number 1 contender. Why are we wasting time with these two? Oh, here's a mixed tag match here that they're going to destroy them. Oh. All right, main event. Let's go. Don't waste time, man. It's 9:31. Get in the ring already. All right, they're gonna do it. They're gonna be next Tuesday. Women's United States title. Lola Vice versus Izzy Dane. Oh, so we get more TNA representation. All right, I like it. From next week, the men's speed tournament begins. That means tonight. Here we go. Main event time. Number 1 contender. Here's Miles Bourne. All right, fatal 4-way. Remember, there's no disqualifications in the fatal 4-way. That means Dark State could get involved. Dark State could go the numbers game and help Dion Lennox, which I think Dion Lennox is going to win. I hope Joe Henry wins it, but I can see Dion Lennox winning. Or Leon Slater. I like Miles. Don't know what we see him with a belt in the near future. I had him on our show by now many years ago. Oh, here we go. This is my guy. Let's go, Leon Slater. Yeah. Let's go. He's young in charge. Young bruv. Let's go. The youngest in charge. Let's go, young bruv. Leon Slater. Yeah. Let's go, Leon. That'd be great if he wins this tournament. He'll win this fatal 4-way here. Oh, man, that'll be great. What a statement that would be for TNA on New Year's Evil. I guess Darkseid will be the last one coming in. Fitting. Name, yeah. He appears. Let's go. Turn around, Joe Hendry. Got goofy face. Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. All right, let's go, everybody. Performance Center, it's time to wave your hands. Put those hands in the air. Put your hands in the air, chat. There you go. Wave your hands from está. Let's go. If you believe in Joe Hendry, let's go. Keep wasting time more and more. All right. Break us a smile. Why a commercial? Why? I'm telling you, they're going to start this with 15 minutes. That's going to be interesting Monday night, Friday night, Saturday night's main event. Oh my God. I'm all over the place. That's going to be interesting one to see what the card looks like, who's out there. I mean, the post, no John Cena. It's going to be interesting. The ruler. All right, we got a nice waste of 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And then we got to wait for Dark State to come out. And they do play it close to the vest with the time wasting on this. I don't know what, the first hour goes so good and runs smooth. And then when they get to that last half hour to wrap up the show, my goodness, the lingering that they do. Sometimes I just drives me bananas as a watch along to watch this show with the last 15 minutes for their main event. Just my point is, I'm afraid they're gonna go off the air one of these days, and then we're not gonna get conclusion to the match because they just gonna run out of time. And we're going to get like 2 commercial breaks throughout this Fatal 4-Way match. Or maybe one and one picture-in-picture. Some along the lines. Torula. La regla. What else Tony doing, man? We didn't see no Tony tonight. Tony's knee deep into that Knicks Emirates Cup game. Cena could always get his flowers. I don't need to wait for him right now. Cena always gets his flowers. Right, he's right here with me, but you just can't see him. Right, John? Yeah, John's right here. And the Knicks are losing. There you go. We have a commercial about another just above a minute and some change. All right, commercial break. Come on, fellas. Let's go. Wow, Terrence Crawford announced his retirement from boxing. Wow. Didn't see that coming. I mean, there's nothing for him. He's in a dying sport. As much as I love boxing and all, there's a fight. Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. Really? If Anthony Joshua loses to Jake Paul, I mean, the Paul brothers really have made the mockery of boxing. It's just like, you know how SmackDown Raw have a draft? I wish TNA and NXT would do something similar. Well, they're not the same company though. White Hour. I know. I like what you're coming with it, but then they're still TNA still pays them separate from the talent. So I don't until it's which hopefully not If TKO buys NXT, TNA, that's different, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. But I like what you're thinking, but I don't. They're separate. They're still separate, regardless of the working relationship. Oh, trades. Well, they could do that. Working trades, yeah, for like a couple weeks, months, or whatever the case. Couple programs. I wouldn't mind that one bit. Like I would love to see Lola Vice wrestle at TNA for the Knockouts division. Her and Tessa. Tessa will be a freaking banger match to get those ladies in fighting one another. See, now they're gonna do it's 9:41 and we still haven't got dark. Now they bring the Dark State introduction. This is the problem I have with it. And why do we need all of them there? Keep them. Go to the back. Wasting time. Wasting time. All right, we got Stefan Urkel. All right, ring the bell, ref. Let's go. So we got 18 good minutes here. Oh, damn. Lennox starting off strong. All right, Lennox in the middle right here with Miles Bourne. Good athleticism there with Miles Bourne. There's a right hand. European uppercut. Not for nothing, 3 out of the 4 men are kind of like the future of the men's division for NXT, if you ask me. Joe Henry, the more experienced one, of course, TNA, not TNA World Champion. You got your X Division champion, but he's currently a TNA employee, so I cannot put him as the future of NXT. Oh, beautiful, beautiful power slam there. Randy Orton like there by Miles Bourne. Here's Leon. Beautiful. Come on, Leon. Another one. Beautiful. Come on, bruv. Come on, youngest in charge. Taking on Miles Bourne. He was setting him up there. Nope. Misses that, but gets him right. No, good move here. Right into Joe Henry. Joe Henry now. Why did he help him? Double clothesline by Joe Henry. All right. We believe. Headbutt by Joe Henry on Leon Slater. Beautiful European uppercut. Oh, Leon Slater. Oh, Joe Henry overpowering Leon Slater here. Beautiful hip toss by Joe Henry. Joe Henry's on fire. Joe Henry wants Leon Slater, setting him up for something here. What is he trying to set him up here? Leon notes. DDT. Beautiful DDT there by Joe Henry. Going for a cover. Joe Henry wrestling here with a little with a purpose. Nice. Good, beautiful moveset by Joe Henry here. Yeah, beautiful planning DDT. Here's a cover. No, Leon, your X Division champion, kicks out. Beautiful. Ah, look at the schoolboy by Joe Henry on Leon Lennox. Miss, kicks out. No, both of them. Oh, Leon Lennox got kicked. But Joe Henry now. Oh, springboard. Oh, beautiful. Leon. Come on, Leon Slater now with the athleticism. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, what a move. Come on, Leon Slater. Young bruv. We're going to springboard now. Oh, that was beautiful. Look at Slater move. Slater now. Cross body. Come on. Oh, kick out at 2. That was nice. Great offense there by Leon Slater there on the outside and then the cross body with a near fall cover there too. Remember, this is not Iron Survivor. They got the one who wins. Kind of like a Southern Death, if you want to say that. Here we go. Chop. What a chop by learning from his friend Javon Evans. Another chop to Dion Lennox. Dion Lennox now turning into Stefan Urkel. Come on, Urkel. You got a European uppercut by Urkel. Oh. Oh, what a chop, a running chop. Yeah, he put a little seasoning on that chest there. Urkel. Uh-oh. He's holding in there. Oh. What a chop. He's just chopping up. He's just chopping them up like chopped liver right there. Let's go. Let's go Leon chants here by the Performance Center. Let's go Leon indeed. Let's go Leon. Yeah. Open up a right hand. Open up those right hands on Leon. Let's go. Get in my way. Get in my way. Come on. Punch him in the face. Leon. What's Leon setting up in the middle rope? Oh, beautiful cross body by. Here you go. 1, 2. Oh, beautiful cross body by your X Division champion at TNA, Leon Slater. Leon setting something up. I would love Leon Slater to be that #1 contender. But I want to curb my enthusiasm. That's why I didn't pick him. You know what? I could leave. You know what? I know that. Oh. That storyline. Well, I hope that storyline related. Here's Stefan Urkel with a knee boot. Then that storyline related. But here's what I was gonna say. I know they teased the storyline with Dion Lennox and Obafemi. That's why I'm leaning towards that way. But here's the way I'm seeing also, whichever direction they want to go here. Leon Slater wins and becomes the #1 contender, where Javon Evans is a little bit you see that he's a little bit unhinged, becoming impatient, upset. And Leon was like, you're not on my side. I can see Javon now becoming a little bit of not jealous or bothered that he lost the opportunity that Leon's going to get against Obafemi. Where everybody wants to see the story be a rematch between Leon and Javon Evans, but you got to give it now. You add story, a little bit of jealousy, a little bother. I don't think Javon turns heel. I don't think so, but just a little bit distant himself from Leon Slater because Leon got the opportunity to take on Obafemi. They could run that angle as well. But to me, I think they're going to go the safest route with Dion Lennox and Obafemi because aesthetically it looks so much cool, the two big men across each other. And yeah, for the first New Year's Eve, first NXT live, on the CW. We'll see. I'll be pleasantly surprised. They could do that storyline, but we'll see where they go. That means that, Miles Bourne, I don't think that's happening with Obafemi again. And I don't know if they're going to put babyface with Joe Henry versus Obafemi yet. I'm trying to think of their NXT logic here, but again, nice neck breaker by Dion Lennox. Yep, I told you they're in the picture-in-picture. They're putting the heat on the referee now. Oh, they're making a story about the knee on Leon Slater. Maybe that's why they're not going to have him win. He's compromised with a bad wheel. Nice suplex there. And he's working on the knee. Yeah, the match is good. The matches are good. Not for nothing, the action in NXT tonight has been really good. Other than the Hank and Tank, the finish there, but everything's been good. Even the mishap from Thea Hale and Blake Monroe, whatever that storyline is going, was not a bad match until up to that point there. All in all, tonight has been so far a good night for NXT. Of course, you do need the TNA involvement. This is why that's why we like the partnership and the collaboration. It made it interesting. Oh, into the steps, Joe Henry goes. Oh, Leon, beautiful transition into that single leg crab. Oh, now we got a double. Wait a minute. We got a double submission. What? Come on. We don't need to hear the countdown when they're coming back from commercial break. Really? Did you hear that, chat? When they're counting down, when they're coming back from the American commercial break, and 5. Come on. Come on. Oh, nice clothesline by Joe Hendry. All right, this is live right now. Leon Slater now with one leg compromised now. I thought that was on a replay. I'm like, what's going on? Leon now trying to rally on a bad leg right now. You got Tiffany standing up. Something's happening. Leon Lennox grabbed it. Weird dynamic. 3 baby faces, 1 heel. Wonder how Cornette will book something like that. Well, yeah, because this was a fatal 4-way, and he was still even at the Iron Survivor, it was 4 baby faces and 1 heel. Again, they working on Leon Lennox. All right, 7 minutes left before the top of the hour. Here's the spot that this to me is a pet peeve of mine. When they're all going to pile up in the corner and they're going to do that one big monster move and yada, yada. I hate this spot. Let's see what Leon Slater is going to do out of this here. Leon Slater is going to do something incredible here. Here's a pin. Entry kicked out. Nah. You know what's going to happen, Heather? I hate to say it. When he hits someone with the 450, when he hits him with the, what's it called? The 450 splash that he does, the 450 swanton, his knee is going to hurt him enough that he can't get the pin. I hate that. The swanton 450. He's going to hit that spot and he's not, and then he's going to be like, my knee. Watch. Come on, Leon. Be the young in charge. Be the young man in charge. Come on. The youngest in charge. Come on. 5 minutes left in the match. He's just hanging out. Oh, Miles Bourne now. Oh, nice belly to back suplex. Spine buster. Joe Henry now. German suplex. No. Uh-oh. Standing ovation. No. Oh, Utopia. Here we go. I like that. He's struggling to get on his feet. He's selling that knee. I love it. He's selling that knee. This is what I don't like. When they start fighting here, someone's going to grab him. Oh, okay. Come on, Leon. Let's go, Leon. Let's go, Leon. Here we go. Leon Slater ready to go. Again, he rolls. Lennox rolls away. Oh, the kid got a look in his eyes. Javon Evans going to go flying. Oh, he hit the swanton 3/4 of the way across the ring. Let's go, young bruv. Let's go, Leon. Oh, what a drop kick. What a drop kick there by Miles Bourne. Joe Henry now. Henry, no. They're fighting for the suplex. Joe Henry gets the suplex over. 4 minutes. We believe. Now we got the crowd saying we believe. Why are we going to a video replay when he's about to do set up here or something? Joe Henry. Here's the right hand. Here you go. Now they changed right hands. Joe Henry rattling with the right hands. Irish whip into the corner. Clothesline by Joe Henry. Another clothesline by Joe Henry. Joe Henry now ready. Scoop. Fall away slam. Here it is. Now pop up. Turn around. Here's Leon Lennox. Where now he's going to get a fall away slam for his troubles. Fall away slam. Joe Henry pops up again. He's about to turn around now. Olympic slam. Beautiful high angle slam. Lennox gets clothesline, eliminated from the Rumble. Here we go. Here's the, wait a minute, standing ovation. Puts him up, puts him down, standing ovation now. Here's Leon. Slater, got caught with a fallaway slam here. Yep. No. Yeah. Attitude adjustment. What he's going to do? No, tosses him outside. Oh, man. Miles Bourne now. Joe Henry, AA. One, two, no, got pulled out. You can see that was happening. Leon Lennox. Joe Henry, Leon Lennox. Okay, fight him towards the back. All right, fight him towards the back. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Here we go. It could be happening right now. 450. Swanton. Come on, Leon. Come on. Get 1, 2. Yes. 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 Yes, let's go, the youngest in charge. Let's go, Lennox. Let's go, Leon. Woo! Let's go, young bro. Let's go. Yes. Leon Slater's your #1 contender. Let's go. Oh, I think I'm gonna. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's in the Performance Center, I will be attending New Year's Evil. I think I will be in New Year's Evil. If it's in the Performance Center, I will be attending New Year's Evil. I'll be on vacation. I will go. Oh, let's go! I gotta go see Young Bro. Let's go, Leon Slater. Let's go. Oh, Fendi coming out. And Leon likes it. Who? 2 of the wrestlers that were showcased on Saturday night's main event for New Year's Evil. I love it. And they're going to run out of, they ran out of time. But wait, who's that up there? Who's that up there? Tony. It's Tony D'Angelo. Ya peta. Oh my goodness. What a way to end NXT tonight. Yeah, you're right, White Owl. Great ending for NXT. Put us in a happy ending mood. Leon Slater, your number one contender in New Year's Evil. I am so happy for Leon, seeing him on Saturday Night's Main Event against AJ Styles. Now, number one contender on New Year's Evil. Again, TNA is going to be represented. They're going into the new television deal with Leon Slater, possibly, going after the NXT World Title. Love it, man. Ain't no way he's winning though. It's not in this world. I wish he would though. Hey, never say never. We didn't think Thea Hale was going to win, but even if he doesn't win it, the showcase of having Leon Slater versus Obafemi, we finally got an NXT. Finally got a TNA wrestler challenging for the men's top NXT title. We didn't have that. For some reason, NXT was protecting that title from TNA talent. We finally got the first one to challenge it in the form of Leon Slater. I like it. Now, hopefully, that opens the door for other competitors in TNA to challenge for that men's NXT World Title. I like it. That's an opening. That's an opening that we didn't have. Also, the men's North American title, again, is available now for Moose to taking. So now, maybe in 2026, we're going to start seeing TNA capturing NXT titles now. And now, unlike 2025, when it was felt like NXT was taking on TNA's title, maybe we have a little bit of role reversal here in 2026. So we'll see how that goes. And the only thing I don't like the Tony D'Angelo now. You are you going for the North American title, or now you're interjected now here because it's Leon Slater now that you're something. Now you're all of a sudden coming out, looking like you're a freaking Italian Sting. I mean, what's going on here? I'm getting a little disconnect with Tony D'Angelo. To me, he's starting to get go away heat. Go away, go back, go get some deep dish in Chicago. Have a nice time. He's starting to get to that point with me. But I loved it tonight. Really good show for NXT. It's about time. We've been saying how much has been lagging a little bit for us with NXT, in the last few weeks before Thanksgiving. After Gold Rush was a little okay, but before that, it was a little bit I really loved it tonight. Tonight we knocked it out of the park. I thought that it was a fun 2 hours for NXT, with stacks. They fed into the mixed tag team titles. They talked about AAA, with the mixed tag team titles. Yes, the United States women's title being showcased there is going to be defended with Soruka. So they kept that going alive. I like how they tied in a lot of different things. We heard from Ricky Saints why he's the heel. His mission statement here. Javon Evans becoming a little bit unhinged. How is he going to take that? His friend now, his friend is now number one contender to Obafemi, a title that Ricky Saints cost Javon Evans. How is he going to take it? Now his friend has an opportunity. Is he going to realize that his impatience cost him an opportunity to be going up against Obafemi? And now Javon now has to take a back step to Leon Slater now. How does that dynamic work? Storyline. So I am feeling better with NXT in 2026. Here, get back to their best, what they know how to do. Tell stories, tie in things together. Don't lollygag or make your head scratch. I had a good time tonight. The Fatal Influence, Kendall Gray and JC Jane, that's coming up for New Year's Evil. So we got another couple of weeks of NXT before the New Year's Evil, before they go live. They're going to be taped tonight for next Tuesday, and then tomorrow night they'll tape for the next 2 weeks. So I'm all good with that. So with that said, I want to say thank you guys. Tony has that X-Pac key with me right now. This show was wow. Heather thought it was mediocre aside from that title change. I thought this was a good NXT, very good one. It was very entertaining for 2 hours. I didn't feel bored whatsoever. It was like, I can't wait for this finish. Everything meant something, and everything made me hooked to want to watch upcoming episodic NXT television. The only one is Tony D'Angelo that I'm getting a little bit of what are we going on? And the Hank and Tank with the Lucius and Prince. What's going on? Where are we going with that? Other than that, I thought everything to me was a home run, a hit out of the park. Good show, television, episodic television. It's not a premium. It's not a PLE type of, oh my God, show where they're supposed to knock it out of the park. They did, but for a television show, they did. This was, I will tell you this, I will watch this again tomorrow. That's how good it was. I really enjoyed NXT. I will watch it again for a second time. It was fun. just to see things that I didn't miss. Sometimes I don't even bother looking back at these shows. Like, I ain't watching that again. This one did. This one has me looking forward to watch it without watching along and just watch it as a fan. I really enjoyed it. So with that said, I want to say good night to everyone. Appreciate it. Don't forget, please hit that like button. You guys did a hell of a job last night hitting that like button on your way out. Please hit that like button here on the Rumble app. If you're on the Rumble app, please hit that like button on the YouTube as well. Guys, let's continue to run up the Rumble app. It just keeps us growing as we keep getting new and new subscribers each and every day in the Rumble app. And thank you guys. So buenas noches. Lo vemos next time here on the Rumble app. We'll see you mañana. We got a nice 3-hour one with All Elite Wrestling. Yes, I will be doing the All Elite Wrestling for 3 hours. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to get entertained, and we'll see how that goes. So we'll see you mañana. Buenas noches. See you next time here on the Rumble app. All right. And thank you guys here on the YouTube, on X. Have a good night, guys.
Represento las calles de mi